What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video, and as you can see by the title, we got a whole new video idea. I usually don't do videos like this, but you know, it's pretty active. If you're not active on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, this is pretty much the biggest debate when it comes to 2K year after year, and the pretty much monthly debate is going back on. So I just wanted to drop my opinions on the topic. So the sim versus comp nation, and I'm kind of going to tie this into my series of my 2K26 wish list. In the background, we got some gameplay of my two-way slasher, two-way inside the arc threat, whatever you want to call them. Posted that video. I'll drop a card up top right somewhere in this video. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm probably not gonna remember, but yeah, that's that. And then now I want to start doing with my intros to videos. So it's gonna be my first one. I seen a video of Stage Stab. Go sub to him if you haven't. He posts 2K content as well. I seen him post his intro. He did a Bible verse, so I kind of want to do the same thing, you know, start spreading the gospel, you know, in my videos and do the best I can. So today we're gonna do Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. So basically, anything that you're going through right now, you're not going through it alone. God is with you in everything that you do, and there's going to be ups and downs in life. Not everything's going to be down, not everything's going to be up. You know, we all go through things, but God's with you, and understand that. And God's going to guide you through everything that you're going through, and he's going to protect you and take care of you. You don't have to worry about nothing. God will take care of you. God feeds the birds, so you don't have to worry about what you're going to eat, because he's going to protect you as well. He's going to lead you into a life of freedom and purpose that you don't even know about. Maybe what's at the end is way greater than anything on the earth right here. So God's with you. I pray that you guys find anything that you guys are looking for, and that you guys can strengthen your relationship with Christ as well. But that's that. And now I want to just get into the whole debate of Simnation and comp. So basically, I would say what side I'm on. I would say I lean more towards the comp side. I'm not saying I'm all in. I understand both perspectives of comp and Simnation. I would say I am more of a comp player, but I'm not a comp player to where I just make the meta every year and just only play to win games. Like, my main focus is to have fun when I play the game. And obviously everybody wants to win. Nobody likes losing. That's not fun. You're not going to have fun losing. So that's where the primary issue stems, is because people want everything to work in their favor. So the first thing I'm gonna break down is what I don't like about both sides. So with Simnation, my problem lies with Simnation wants comp players. Everything that they do, they want them nerfed to the ground. So that's where the issue is. Like, you guys can do what you guys want to do, but don't call for all these dribble moves getting removed out the game, or people can't shoot deep threes because that's not realism. That's not realistic. Nobody's bothering the people who want to do post fades, jab steps, all that stuff. If you guys want to do that, do it. It's perfectly fine. But no comp players ever saying you guys should have all this removed out the game. You shouldn't be able to do a jab step. Now you're just making the game dry, and everybody's going to have one play style. And I feel like that's what we lack in 2K25, is the diversity, and that's where the game becomes boring and dry. So my problem now with comp is that they go to such lengths to win games, and that's their only focus. They don't care about having fun on the game. Everybody's just gonna make the meta, build the meta, and that's gonna happen with every game. Every video game out there, COD, any game, has a meta. So it's not the issue of they're just playing to win, but it's the lengths that they go to win. Like this year, if you guys have not played a comp team or comp anything, you're playing twos, you're just getting decks 24/7. You're playing threes, they're just jacking up shots, having somebody with a 99 board grab the rebound. Like, you're going to such lengths to win the game, where it's kind of taking out the fun aspect and the integrity of just playing the game. Like, obviously, as long as you're not cheating and using a Zen, like, that's not what we're getting into. But you just have to play the game to win, and you're going to those lengths. So that's my problem with both sides. And in my opinion, there is a solution, and I feel like that's what people really don't see, is that solution. And I feel like this lies mainly with the devs. I have no issue with no dev. They make the game how they want to make it. I'm gonna play it because I enjoy basketball and I do enjoy the games that they play. This is probably my least favorite 2K, but that does not mean that I hate the game or that you gotta start cursing out Mike Wang and all these people. Like, I don't agree with that type of stuff, but I think that the solution is stop trying to find a balance between comp and Simnation, but rather just have it all blend together. There is a way to do it. So with balance is what they're trying to accomplish, in my opinion, and they're trying to find a way to make everything on an even playing field. So all you can do is jab steps now. Now we're nerfing dribblers and shooters, and they can't do nothing. So now everybody just has to play one play style, and they're trying to find the only way to win. So with balance, what I'm trying to say is, like in 2K23, tall guards, 6'9", 6'8", tall guards were the meta, right? So you look at it like a balance scale. So 23 had tall guards, and now each year 24, 25 tall guards have gotten worse and worse, while small guards have gotten better and better. So now the scale keeps tipping like this. So they keep going back and forth doing this, and the scales are never going to be even because there's no true balance. They make one thing good one year and then they nerf that while making the next thing even better. So now that's just dropping while the other thing's going up, rather than something's good, okay, how can we add something in to counter that while still keeping that good, rather than taking it and making it worse. So that's where the issue between balance is. But if you blend it, like I said, just make that thing that's already good, just don't touch it. Maybe add a thing or two to it. Like small guards, they got so many dribble moves, okay, that's fine. Tall guards, let's add more and more and more so that they can compete as well. And now if you want to do jab steps and all that, add in some more effective moves rather than having no moves be effective. So I think that's where they have to find is that blend. So I do think there is a solution, and that would be the main thing. So in 26, we need diversity, and that diversity stems from making play styles all effective. So small guards this year are the most effective builds offensively, probably defensively too, depending on what you're making, if you're making a small lock. But you can make small guards great and be able, like in my opinion, 2K19, 20 had the most diversity because you can play the game any type of way. I don't even mean build wise, I just mean play style. So in 19 and 20, if you played comp or Simnation, whatever you want to do, just casually played, you would always run into people playing the game differently. So you had people using pick and rolls, and you had people just isoing, you had people moving the ball. Now you really can't do that and win effectively because you're going to be at a disadvantage. And that's the problem, is people get tired of losing, so they're just going to conform to the meta and then play to win the game. So there is definitely a way to make the game more diverse, and that's to make everything effective. And then you can also make all the builds better as well. Like tall guards this year have no SIGs. Like that doesn't really make any sense to me, how small guards are the only things that can really dribble. Like in my opinion, I'm gonna talk from a dribbler's perspective because I'm a dribbler. So the dribble styles, like you can't run both ways, so everybody's gonna have the same SIGs on. The only one that you can really go both ways out of a burst is Darius Garland, and that makes no sense. So everybody's going to use the same SIGs. You see people using the same two step backs, Devin Booker and Zach LaVine. People are using the same crossover, same SIG size up. Steve Francis is the only thing you can get. So it's like it doesn't really add to the diversity of the game. So you're going to see people using the same things. Lockdowns and centers are always going to be like the same. So that's why I kind of talk to in a dribble perspective, because lockdowns, you're always going to get a lock who's high perim, high steal, high interior, stuff like that. And then your bigs, like locks and bigs are always going to play the same exact way. Like they're never going to really change. So that's why you're not going to see like me talking about like the diversity within that. But basically small guards, tall guards, I guess kind of centers too. Like this year you see more poppers, small centers. So I guess it kind of does change, but it doesn't change enough to the point where you're going to see them play a different play style based off how the game is. Like locks are there to play defense. Centers are there to get boards, maybe space the floor, pick and roll, pick and pop. So they're not going to change their play style. But your small guards have to change the way they get open with the lack of dribble moves. So people are all going to conform to the meta. So you all really, my message to 2K and to the 2K community as well, is we have to advocate for a more diverse customization when it comes to dribbling, when it comes to getting open, so that we can have more play styles, because you're gonna have those comp players trying to get open to get the three. That's always going to be the meta of shooting, because threes are worth more than twos, so it's always going to happen. But there's all they should try to do is make that effective, but make defenders effective as well, and stop patching people trying to get open, because now the game's just slow, the game's dry, the game's stiff, and that's where the disagreement comes in, and every side is pointing fingers, when it's not really anybody's fault. But I think the way to make the game more diverse and better is to have everything be effective, rather than only 2-3 moves per build and per build height. You make a tall guard, you like, I can play the game and I know what SIGs a person has on. Like, more than likely people are using the same hop jumper, the same everything. Some things just don't create enough space to be effective with. Even if you're comp or you're Simnation, you're just not going to put the SIG on, because it doesn't help you win. Everything should be able to help you win. In my opinion, these animations should just be for looks, but everything should be able to create the same amount of separation, the same amount of space, the same amount of, like, everything should be effective and contribute to your winning, rather than 2-3 moves being good. Like, you can't put on certain moves. Like, people say you can put on whatever you want and just get open. Like, yeah, you can, but you run into a team that's using meta, and now you're at the most severe disadvantage, because you're getting plucked, you're not creating space, they're good at the game, and now you're just having a bad experience. So in my opinion, the solution for 2K26 is to just make everything effective, and I think that's going to make the comp and the Simnation talk kind of die down more and more. I don't really care how anybody plays the game. And if you guys have any, before I go on, if you guys have any opinions on this, any other perspective, please drop it down in the comments, because I'm always trying to see other people's perspectives and learn from other people. So if you guys got anything, please drop it down in the comments. But that's the main thing, is things have to be effective, so comp and Simnation won't come at each other. You see comp people saying Simnation doesn't contribute to winning, because there's no SIGs that can contribute to winning for them. Like, there's only 2-3 SIGs per. So I think that's the main thing, is make 2K diverse again when it comes to builds, when it comes to dribbling, when it comes to creating space. Everything should be effective. That's my opinion, and that's how I think that they can make the game better. But I think that's pretty much all I got on the comp versus Simnation talk. So like I said, if you guys got any opinions, any other perspective, anything you disagree, agree with, just drop it in the comments, because I love to hear other people's perspectives. But that's pretty much all I got on this. If you guys want the 6-8, like I said, I already dropped the video on it. You see me going dumb in this half. Yeah, this other team was a little off, but you see that 26, I was dropping buckets. So if you guys want that build, I already dropped it. I'll put it up again if I remember. But that's pretty much all I got, and I'll catch you on the next one.